Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. I'm here to do a video for you today. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, I wish you would subscribe. I'm going to do the first thing today. When I get 100 subscribers, I'm giving away this treasure box. I'll be doing a video showing everything that's in it at that time, and that's the one you'll have to comment on. But, you know, subscribe and ring that bell so you know when this goes up. I'm up to 93. Doing good. So what I'm going to put in today are two things that I sell in Etsy. This is a fabric strip. It says 2.5 wide, but it's actually closer. It's more like 2 3/4 because I want to make sure if you don't want the fuzzies on, you can cut it. And I have some lace. This is the last one I have of this, so I thought I'd throw it in here. And so those are going into the treasure box. I'm also going to be throwing some paper flowers in because that's what my video is about today. I'm going to show you just a couple of different ways to make them, but some I do out of the scrapbook paper. Some I do out of book paper. Sometimes I paint them or I spray them with things, and sometimes I just do some out of the paper. And so I'm going to throw some of those in as well. Okay, now today I used to buy these things right here, and they are paper. They have a little thing on. I used to buy a bunch of them, but I started making my own. It's cheaper, and I did have an initial investment with some of the things with these two punches. They're from Sunlit or Burra one, this one says. If you can't find them in your local store, I think I maybe got these off Amazon and they came from 2 different places. I'm not sure. But this is the punch that I use all the time. And so those were worth the investment. Some of my other punches, not so much. So because these are like single, I sometimes will do one like this. These are single ones. Just using the small punch, so it would be similar to that. And then other times I double them up and I make double ones. So these are all double ones that I've made. And I think I'll put you a little closer so you can see those. These are some I'm going to show you how to do today. These are just made out of circles. I like these better than these, but this is kind of fun and it's easy. And then sometimes I make bigger ones like this. These are made out of the larger one and like 2 larger ones, 2 smaller ones, and I doubled them up like this. A lot of times for the centers I use these right here. And that comes in a roll. I get this at the dollar store. And I just cut that apart. And I leave the little fringes on them because they sort of remind me of the center of flowers have like stamens and things like that. And I kind of like that it just gives you that little bit extra. So I just cut them apart. These are a little bit bigger size. Oops. And I also get it, like I get a lot of this at the dollar store. So I have thinner ones. I have different sizes that I've gotten. Okay. And so I just cut them apart and use them for centers. I also use little brads. Like this is a tiny little brad. And I don't have any more out here right now, but I use those. Like that was what I used in the center of this one. And it's also, there's a brad in the center of this one right here. So these, you can do that. Now I'm going to go back in a little bit and I'm going to show you how I make them. And then I'm going to also show you how I use sprays to give them colors. Like all these have been sprayed. And so I've got different colors. That's it. Okay, now as far as the ones that I just make without, like if I have circles, I might spray these as well, but you can also just use, I'll put them on here. And you can use like a distress or a distress oxide spray and just kind of color them. And this is how I get all the ink on my fingers. For this is actually done like one of the fabric flowers I did last time. And it uses 5. I already had one left from another time. So those are circles. And what you do is you leave one for the bottom, and you fold the other 4 in half. Now these I did on both sides. I don't fold them exactly in half. I leave them so there's just a little bit more on one side than the other. And those will be used for the flower. This is the one I'm making right here. Okay. So I'm just folding them in half, almost in half. Then you take your one that you didn't fold, your number 5, and you put a little glue, probably less than that, and you put one on kind of in the middle, but it sticks out a little bit. I had enough glue that I'm going to put the next one. You do a quarter turn, and you put that on top. A little bit more glue if you need it. Another quarter turn. So now right now this one's exactly opposite the first one I put on. And then the 4th one, you go on top, the last one you put on, which is right here. But then I'm going to go underneath the first one I put on. Pull it up a little bit. And, oops, I put it on upside down. Like that. And then I put something in the middle, and I'm going to use one of these that I just cut off. I use the tweezers to put them on. And so that's one kind of little flower. This one I just took circles, and I just cut into one of them and put it on top of another one. It's a little ruffled up, so you see it a little bit more. This one I cut some and I offset them. I cut some pieces out. This is where I took 2 together and just ruffled them. I just cut toward the center. But like I said, I kind of like the other ones better. I think they're faster and easier to do. But here's another one of those with the 4, like I just made. So those are kind of fun. You can use buttons, you can use beads. Like this one has a bead in the middle. So, you know, you can do that type of thing too. Like I said, you can just punch some and just mass make them by putting a little dot of glue and using different bling in the center. If you use beads, you don't want them to be too big. And once you got them punched, that goes really fast. I'm going to show you how I use, well, here's another double or triple, quadruple one with pink. How I do these. Now what I do is I cut them out and I put them in a box like this. And I've got, this is a piece of file folder. And I use it And then later, this is one from what I did before, I'm going to cut this into pieces and make this into backgrounds for tags. And they work really good. And then I put, you know, like, what do you call it? Coffee dyed paper on the back. But I'll cut these into tags, so this will be my background. And those are fun to use too. Anytime I do any spraying like this, that's what I do. So what you're going to do is use either an ink spray, or you can use Distress Oxide spray. I'm going to do a little bit of both just to show you. Okay, I'm making a video. I'm going to spray some on, and then I'll go in another area and I'll spray on, or sometimes I'll do that. I think I'll use a little of this red. This is cracked pistachio. Now see, they move a little bit, and then you get a little of the other color underneath. Like here, there was a blank, and now it's green. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you know, experiment, have fun. It's just paper. Now, what you have to do is let them totally dry. So these are some other ones that I did before. This is pretty much, these blue ones here are just Distress spray. These have some of the Distress Oxide and Distress spray. So I'm just going to show you how I layer them up. Now these punches are not exactly a circle. They're a little bit taller or wider than taller, or, you know, it's not exactly a circle. So when you're going to offset them, you have to use something, and you have to see, okay, is this the part where I can line them up and have them every other one? So I did that. Now I'm also going to put some little ones on the center of this one, and I kind of offset it to the big one a little bit. Before my husband walks in, he always walks in and starts talking to me without thinking I told him I was going to make a video. Okay, let's see. And then offset that one. All right, and then you can put something in the middle. Like I said, button, bling, whatever you want. I've got this handy. I'll just put that one there. I really like these flowers, and they're pretty, they're easy to make, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for, you know, something like this that I don't even think is very pretty compared to this. I'm going to do another one like this. We'll just put a little pink in the middle. So you can mass make these quite fast for yourself. And then you've got them. You've got them. This one, I don't like as much. That one had a little no color on part of it. So you go ahead and you just start making them like that. So that's my quick little video for today, and keep your friends posted on subscribing if you know anyone who'd like maybe to do some beginner type things. Look back at my past videos. I have, like, some things are start to finish, and there's lots and lots of things that I've gone over. And in the comments, you can let me know if you have any other ideas, or you have things you'd like to see. I'd be happy to accommodate that. So again, thank you for being with me today. And this is Carol from Friendly Quail saying bye.